A new Walking Dead spin-off teaser trailer. Typo Negative's Bloody Kisses 30th anniversary. Damn, I'm old. And Detroit's Robocop statue. All on this Wednesday edition of Spill the Guts.
Like it's spooky.
Hello and welcome. My name is Clint, and I am either one half or 1/3, depending on the day, of the I Like It Spooky Horror podcast, which launched our new subcast Indie Spotlight yesterday, discussing the indie film Darius from filmmaker Chris Politana, and is bringing you some horror news today here on Spill the Guts, because today is Wednesday, Turkey Day Eve. Is that a thing? November 22nd, and this just in. First story of the day comes to us from iHorror.com about a new teaser trailer for the upcoming Walking Dead spin-off, The Ones Who Live. AMC has raised the anticipation among fans of the Walking Dead franchise with the latest teaser for their upcoming spin-off series, The Walking Dead: The Ones Who Live. Scheduled to debut on February 25th of 2024, the series marks the return of beloved characters Rick Grimes and Michonne, promising a new chapter in the ever-evolving zombie apocalypse saga. This spin-off, revealed during the finale of Fear the Walking Dead, focuses on the post-apocalyptic journey of Rick and Michonne. The characters who ventured off into their own narratives prior to the conclusion of the main series have been a centerpiece of speculation and excitement since their unexpected appearance in the final episode of The Walking Dead, which aired in 2022. The 30-second teaser blends behind-the-scenes interviews with fresh footage. Fans, however, are left in suspense about the actual reunion of the two protagonists. The snippets reveal the separate paths of Rick and Michonne, along with quick looks at potential new allies and foes. The Ones Who Live is described as an epic love story set against the backdrop of a world ravaged by conflicts with the undead and the living. The central question revolves around whether Rick and Michonne can rediscover each other and their past selves in a landscape unlike any they have previously navigated. Will they remain lovers, turn into enemies, or something else entirely in this new setting? Click over to the I Like It Spooky Horror Podcast Facebook page to check out the teaser trailer attached to this iHorror.com article and see if you can make any conclusions.
Now it's All Hallows Eve. The moon is full. Will she trick or treat? I bet she will.
Next up from Rumor.com is a story about how 30 years ago, a dark presence moved into music history when Typo Negative released their third studio album, Bloody Kisses, bringing a goth metal voice to the masses. Listed at number 53 on Rolling Stone's top 100 greatest heavy metal albums of all time, Bloody Kisses was an instant classic, paving the way to the music charts with the incredible vocals by the late Peter Steele, drums by Johnny Kelly, guitars by Kenny Hickey, and keyboards by Josh Silver. Z2 commemorates the 30th anniversary of Bloody Kisses with a stunning volume of art and stories from rockstar contributors Andy Biersack, Carla Harvey, Christina Scabia, and Burton C. Bell, as well as many more. This anthology captures both the haunted edge and the dry satirical humor that defined what many consider to be the definitive gothic metal album. The collection is slated for publication in late spring of 2024 and will include, for the first time ever, a double-picture disc vinyl set of Bloody Kisses featuring art by Alan Robert. Typo Negative Bloody Kisses is a collection of 11 stories based on tracks from the original release in 1993, along with the song Suspended in Dusk from the 1994 alternative version. Z2 and Typo Negative present Bloody Kisses in hardcover and as a deluxe edition, including the hardcover, double-picture disc version of the album on vinyl featuring each of the four members of the band, and collector's card by Charlie Benanti, which is limited to 666 units, and finally a very limited number of the rare Repulsion demo cassette, thought to be lost forever and uncovered recently in a Brooklyn attic. Typo Negative Bloody Kisses will be available in hardcover via Z2, distributed by Simon & Schuster for a list price of $40 at retailers everywhere in spring of 2024, and you can pre-order your copy now at z2comics.com/collections/type-o-negative.
All I knew was like love of the dead. It was like love of the dead.
And it's now that time once again to pause for station identification and hear from a group who also want to love you like the dead, our podcast network, the PFPN.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal: providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
Come on, Sal. The Tigers are playing 2 nights. Never miss a game.
Last story of the day comes from an article on mlive.com about why it's taking so long to display Detroit's humongous bronze Robocop statue. It's real and it's spectacular. Detroit's massive bronze Robocop statue was constructed years ago and is just waiting to protect and serve. Just why is it taking so long to display the statue, which has been more than a decade in the making? And when I say more than a decade, we're talking 13 years and counting. That's when someone posted on Twitter asking Detroit's mayor at the time, Dave Bing, why Detroit didn't have a Robocop statue when Philadelphia had one of Rocky. The tweet said a Robocop statue would be a great ambassador for Detroit. Mayor Bing said that there were no plans for one. That's when filmmaker Brandon Whaley and Jeffrey Pfaffendorf, co-founder and CEO of Loveland Technologies, took action and started a Kickstarter campaign which raised more than $67,000. Fast forward to now, and the statue, which was constructed by Venus Bronze Works, is currently in storage at Detroit's historic Eastern Market, which has plans to publicly display the 11-foot-tall, 2.5-ton statue on its property. There's just some legal issues to finalize with the movie studio. Ryan Dinkgrave, senior grants manager at Eastern Market, told MLive, quote, "We have a location where we are intending it to go up, but we aren't revealing that yet because not everything is signed and secured. We've been working with MGM, which is now owned by Amazon, to get the contract signed to use the intellectual property to be able to display it. We're pretty close." It also took quite a bit of time to construct the statue for some of the same reasons. We had to get the exact model made. That model had to be blown up over a 10-foot mold. That happened in Vancouver and Idaho. That took years. Then the owner of Venus Bronze Works went through a cancer scare, and that added 2 more years. Dinkgrave says he believes everything will be finalized sometime in 2024. Once that happens, the statue will be put on public display for all to see in an area where people can hang out and take pictures with it. And it's not an easy task to display the statue. Moving and constructing its foundation will likely cost in the tens of thousands of dollars. Dinkgrave says Eastern Market has received some money from the movie studio, but is still in need of more funding for that. He says once everything is ready to go, he hopes to make a big event of the unveiling, including plans to invite actor Peter Weller, who played Robocop, and to show the movie on site. And that's a wrap on your Wednesday news. We here at the I Like It Spooky Horror Podcast want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving, and as always, invite you to join me back here this coming Friday for more news on another edition of
Spill the Guts.
You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. Walk right in, it's around the back, just a half a mile from the railroad track. And you can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. Now it all started 2 Thanksgivings ago. It was on 2 years ago on Thanksgiving when my friend and I went up to visit Alice at the
Hey, what's wrong with you, man? Show some fucking respect for the dead, will ya?